generation. We're the best problem solvers we have.
FIRST is about much more than just robots.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please provide a warm welcome for your Masters of Ceremony, the Deputy Chief Information Officer of NASA Langley Research Center. It's Jeff Seaton.
All right, Richmond. Good morning, Richmond. Oh, my goodness. You are still sleeping. You haven't had your coffee yet. Maybe you stayed up too late last night watching basketball games. I need to hear a little more noise. Good morning, Richmond. All right, welcome to the Virginia Commonwealth University Siegel Center. We are ready to rock and roll with some robots out here. This year's game, the first 2009 competition known as Lunacy. We're ready to see a little lunacy right here on this playing field. Now, I mentioned basketball. You know, last night was the beginning of the NCAA basketball tournament, commonly known as March Madness, right? And pretty exciting because VCU, the Rams, actually were in the tournament this year, did a great job, had a great season. And last night they played awesome game except for one thing. There was one point that didn't quite go their way. So we were really hoping that the Rams would be continuing on. They lost by 1 point, last second shot, didn't quite make it. But we've got some serious March Madness taking place right here in the home of the Rams. So we want to say welcome to all 60 teams that have brought March Madness right here to Richmond, Virginia. And you are part of that March Madness. Now, we've got a lot of people here that want to see what March Madness really looks like. But before we start the competition out here on the field, there are a couple of gentlemen who have a few words to say to you. Please turn your attention to the screen and welcome the founder of FIRST, Dean Kamen, and Woody Flowers.
Welcome to the NASA VCU Regional. We'd like to welcome the many volunteers that make FIRST run, as well as the friends, the families, and the fans in the audience. And a big thank you to our sponsors. We couldn't do it without you. Most importantly, congratulations to the teams. You made it.
Yes, welcome to a first celebration of your investment in thinking and doing. Look around. You're surrounded by folks who are proud of what they've learned and are ready to have a really big time putting it to work. The scientists and engineers who put the first men on the moon were just teenagers like many of you when President Kennedy challenged their generation. They were asked to innovate and to excel. Your generation's success will depend on your creative responses to the challenges we all face. We're depending on you.
And there's a lot at stake in the world today. We need you to be able to tackle energy challenges, advance our abilities in medicine, and develop entire new industries. Innovation is an absolutely essential part of the solution. Even before the current financial crisis, we were in a deep competitive hole. Too many people were making money from money, or money from flipping houses and hamburgers. Too few are using hard-earned science and engineering skills to create real solutions. We need more of you to make your investment in learning and thinking, to be innovators.
That's why this is a good news event. You guys have proven that you can really do stuff. You can innovate. The world needs more and more people like you, dedicated to solving problems that really matter.
But we have to hurry. World leaders may be able to bail out the banks by printing money, but we can't bail out a generation by printing diplomas. It takes hard work, but it's worth it. Be innovative takes time and effort to develop.
Please recognize your mentors for spending their precious time with you. Working with them and your friends, you learn stuff that you just can't get in the classroom. That's why FIRST is so much more than a robot competition. In fact, most investment in intellect. Yes, intellect. Thinking hard is likely the most rewarding thing you will ever do. Trust me, it'll open more doors than your bicep. So, you've had a chance to flex your mental muscles, developing teamwork, technology, and time management skills. Those are the tickets to get you into the interesting part of the life game. You have your foot in the door. This weekend, make sure you open it a bit wider. Do what it takes to go home proud of yourself and of your team.
This is a celebration. Make it loud. We want the world to know that the game may be lunacy, but it's helped you prepare to develop innovative solutions to the world's biggest challenges.
Today, lunacy is the smartest game in town.
Good luck.
All right, well, we are here in Richmond, Virginia, so to welcome us to this great city, please join me in welcoming a senior policy analyst and advisor to the mayor of this great city, Mr. David Hicks.
How y'all doing this morning? You gotta be awake. How you doing this morning? All right. On behalf of the Mayor of Richmond, Dwight C. Jones, I would like to welcome you to our fair city. The Mayor couldn't make it today. He's still up in Philly helping the Rams find their way back, but that's all right. We support our own here in Richmond. We want to welcome you to our capital city. For those of you that have come far, and I hear there's some travelers from very far away and some travelers from other places in Virginia, we want to ask you to please take some time, enjoy our city. This is a city of incredible culture and variety. We've got an incredible river. We want you to take your time, and right up the street, we've got this little thing called the Science Museum of Virginia. Not sure anybody be interested, but it's a great place to go. We're so glad you are here today. When the mayor, asked the mayor, well, what can I expect? And he said, well, I was told it's like a rock concert meets NASA meets a tournament. I think he was right. So we have here today all of the ingredients for success. We have talented, dedicated young people coupled with adults that put their time, energy, and devotion and care about them. That is a recipe that always wins. We want to welcome you to Richmond. Please take time, enjoy our city. And I'll let somebody else say, let's get ready to rumble, but I really would like to think about it now. So welcome to Richmond. Please come back again. Thank you very much.
Well, you're going to hear about this being our 10th anniversary over the course of the next couple days, and 10 years here at Virginia Commonwealth University with great support from their School of Engineering. And I hope many of you got a chance to take a look at their School of Engineering. I can think back a decade, and Richmond didn't look the same as it does today. I mean, a lot of the buildings that are around here have sprung up over the last 10 years, and the School of Engineering has been a big part of the transformation that's taken place. So please join me in welcoming onto the crater here the president of the VCU School of Engineering Foundation, Mr. Paul Rochelot.
Thank you very much. And just a quick show of hands. Who's been over to the School of Engineering over the last couple of days? I know there's been some receptions. Terrific. On behalf of the School of Engineering and all of VCU, let me welcome you again to this event. This is terrific. And I have to say the School of Engineering and VCU is really proud to host this event at the Siegel Center. We've been doing this for a lot of years, and this is one of the more spectacular events in the whole lineup. Now, we wish that the VCU Rams were playing some more basketball, but we're still proud of them also. Let me just make a couple of comments. The School of Engineering didn't exist 12 years ago. And just to give you an idea of the type of support for engineering and the development of technology in this community, the community, the business leaders have put up about $100 million to build a first-class facility that right now has 1,400 students enrolled in multiple disciplines of engineering. We've had 7 graduating classes, and we are trying to build our enrollment up to about 2,000 students over the next 5 years. And just a quick message to all the prospective students, all the prospective the parents. We have been raising money just so that we can help support incoming young people into the engineering program at VCU. I want to encourage you to walk through what I think is one of the best urban campuses in America. It's a terrific program at the engineering school, and yes, scholarship money is available for a lot of the young people coming into the program. Just a couple of comments echoing, Dean Kamen. We live in a world which is really, trying our souls and trying, our tempers, and there are a lot of issues to solve. When you look around, the U.S. in particular, we are not going to solve our problems by necessarily passing a lot of additional detailed regulations. We're not going to solve a lot of our problems by, trying to make things more complex. We need creative young people. We need, engineers. We need technical developers that really understand how to go create new value and new growth. That's where we're going to solve the opportunities. We're going to capture the new opportunities and build value. Let me just say that in my world, my professional world, where I help a lot of small technology companies, every one of these companies needs good, creative engineers today. We're not talking about something which is, several years off. Small companies, medium-sized companies, and large companies need creative, technical talent. And there's nothing better than, using the background of the first competition to help, foster that interest. And whoever has an interest in engineering, I applaud it. I think it's a great profession. It opens many, many doors throughout your lifetime. And for those of you that are going to take a different track in life, and you're here because you just, with a lot of friends, I applaud you tremendously, because I think the more people we have exposed to technology and what it takes to go through the teamwork and technical development, the better off we are. So, thank you very much. Let me quickly say, I really want to thank everyone involved in this, all the sponsors. It's a tough economic environment. All the companies, all the individuals that put, financial support in to make this happen. It's terrific. I applaud the organizers, particularly Patty Cook. I know she is, this has been her passion for years and years. Patty's been terrific. On a personal note, I had a son who was an alum of the program over at Freeman High School. I want to mention, I know how important it is for the schools and all the support that they give, and all the mentors that support the young people. So thank you there. But most importantly, I just applaud all the participants in this program today. Go have fun. This is a wonderful event, and this is, if you're a sophomore or junior, hopefully you're going to do this again for the next couple of years. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Paul. All right, so we've been welcomed to the city of Richmond. We have been greeted by the VCU School of Engineering. We're in the great state of Virginia, and yeah. And our next speaker has the responsibility of kind of setting the foundation for technology and innovation across the state of Virginia. I was just reading an article that talked about how Virginia is considered a leader and an innovator in terms of information sharing and transparency. And a lot of that relies and falls on the shoulders of our next speaker, a great supporter of FIRST. Please join me in welcoming the Honorable Anish Chopra, the Secretary of Technology for the state of Virginia.
Thank you. Thank you very much. On behalf of Governor Kane, I wanted to say thank you so much for your participation in this program. I say this in my professional capacity because while we are struggling with our economy more generally, Virginia's technology economy continues to grow. Technology job growth grew 2% last year. We have more job vacancies than we've had in years past. So many of you that are in this room today, thinking about what you want to do in your future, recognize that what you've done is taken that first step to a long-term career in an area that's growing and thriving. And we need you as a Commonwealth. Virginia has been ranked #1 in a number of areas. Highest concentration of technology workers, best state for business, best managed state in America. All of this is driven because we have a continuing cycle of young people who thrive, succeed in their schools, whether you're studying arts, engineering, medicine, or any other discipline. Participating in FIRST allows you to come together and form teams in areas that you hadn't quite thought you'd be exposed before. And this experience itself is valuable. One of the reasons why I'm here, not just because it's a lot of fun, but it's because people who participate in FIRST are 50% more likely to go to college. And you are twice as likely to major in one of the STEM fields, the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics areas that are so key to America's future. So it's not just because of the fun around today's lunacy game, but it's also because we know you're going to be a big contributor to the Commonwealth. I'll end with this. We, as Jeff said, he says we're a state. Well, technically we are a state, but we're referred to as a Commonwealth. This is the Commonwealth of Virginia. And today, this tournament represents the spirit of Commonwealth. We celebrated the 400th anniversary of Jamestown last year, and it reminded us that for many in this room, we think of each other as extended members of family. We do have a government, and we do come in, we pass laws, and we pass budgets, but most of all, we rely on the spirit of generosity and family that embodies the spirit of FIRST. It's parents, it's mentors, it's teachers, it's students, all working together as a team to tackle a major accomplishment. And it is for that spirit of Commonwealth that I say thank you for the work that you've done. Please thank your parents, your teachers, and your mentors, and good luck in today's tournament. Have fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Anish, and thank you for your support. To put on an event like this takes a lot of support, and it requires a lot of sponsors. And one of the most recent sponsors that has really come on board to step up to support FIRST nationally as well as in the overall capital region, including D.C., Maryland, and Virginia, is BAE Systems. And to bring you some greetings from BAE Systems, please join me in welcoming the president of BAE Systems Ship Repair, Bill Clifford.
Thank you. Good morning. This is my first, and I want to tell you the energy and excitement that I have seen this morning is overwhelming, and I am honored and privileged to be part of this. And it's going to be a great day of competition, of innovation, and you're also going to have a lot of fun. Remember that. BAE Systems has been a longtime supporter of FIRST. In 2009, we contributed over $2.2 million. But let me change that. That's not a contribution. That's an investment. We are investing in your future. Also resources and a lot of our employees' times, because they find participation in this program very, very rewarding. We invest in FIRST because we believe in it. But make no mistake about it, it's an investment in our future. By mentoring and supporting you young men and women here today, we provide you the opportunity to be our future leaders and be the most talented and best scientists and engineers in our company. We have employed dozens of FIRST students already and have a very active and aggressive internship program, and we have people like yourself in our labs and our offices throughout BAE. We provide you the opportunity to help us grow. We need you to help us get better in business. Also, our employees. This is a two-way street. I've got employees here today. They find this very rewarding. Your motivation, your drive, your ambition fuels them. They come back to the shipyard charged up. I'll tell you, it's a lot of energy, and they get to share their skill and experience with you. BAE Systems is the 5th largest aerospace and defense contractor in the United States. And we are always looking for the best and the brightest scientists, engineers, and technologists. And when I look out here today, I believe in this auditorium are the best and the brightest. And you need to congratulate yourself. You need to have fun. You need to be safe, because that's very important. And I'll end this with an expression that I borrowed from my CEO, Walt Havenstein, one of your biggest advocates. The FIRST programs offers kids a sport where anybody can go pro. Have fun.
And our final speaker this morning is somebody who definitely believes that sitting out in this audience here are hundreds of students that can go pro. He's been involved, I think, with FIRST since, the beginning here. Our next speaker has been an advisor to all of us trying to put this event on and was a founding member of the Virginia FIRST Advisory Board. His official title is the Vice President for Operational Technologies at Raytheon. Raytheon, one of our longtime supporters as well. Please join me in welcoming back out on the field, Guy Du Bois.
Thank you all. Thank you all. Good morning. Good morning. I'd like to just pick up on one theme that the previous speaker pointed out. We and Raytheon and BAE are in the defense electronics business and the defense industry. The average age of an aerospace engineer in our industry today is 53 years old. Now, that's not going to cut it in the future. We need you. And as I have said here now 10 years in a row, my industry has jobs for all of you. So that's really for the parents here. You're investing in your kids' future by being here and supporting us. I also want to point out that one of the things that FIRST does is also inspire courageous and fair competition. We compete in our industry, we partner in our industry, and one of the things that I like about this competition is watching your teams both partner and compete with the other teams to get to a solution to a problem. That's what we do every day in my business. And that's what we need you to continue to do. Raytheon is tremendously proud to be involved in this and has been for 10 years. We look forward to another 10 years in this, and we look forward to seeing all of you in my industry in the future. Thank you all very much, and have a great time.
Thank you, Guy. This year, as I mentioned, a new organization was created called the National Capital Region to pool resources to expand the reach of FIRST and the impact of FIRST across Virginia, Maryland, and the District of Columbia. Today, we're competing here in Richmond. Simultaneously, an event is taking place up in Annapolis in Maryland, and I had the privilege of being up in D.C. for the very first D.C. regional a few weeks ago, and some of you were there too. So there's an awful lot taking place with FIRST because of what you're doing. I just wanted to acknowledge the presenting sponsors of the National Capital Region, including BAE Systems, Booz Allen Hamilton, and NASA, and the Captains of Innovation sponsors, Glasso, Vitamin Water, Lockheed Martin, and Raytheon. So these companies are coming together to make sure that even in this turbulent economy, we still have the ability to continue the great work that you're doing with FIRST. So let's give a round of applause to those sponsors, as well as the other sponsors that you'll see up here on the screen throughout the course of this competition. Well, there's another group of people that you're going to see over the next couple of days. You may have already seen them walking around, and that is your great team of judges. They're going to be trying to get to know you, to understand some of the incredible things that you have been involved with and have done. And so to introduce you to your team of judges, please join me in welcoming your judge advisor. She is a professor at the Department of Engineering at Norfolk State University. Many of you know the wild, the wonderful Pat Mead.
Good morning. NASA VCU, are you ready? All right, we got some really rocking judges this year, and I would like to introduce you to my friends, but I'm going to start off with my favorite judge. This young man is the head judge for all of the regional competitions around the world. This is the big judge. Welcome, Mr. Alan Bancroft, CEO, Race Enterprise Incorporated. Next we have Cheryl Bryan, Project Director, Virginia Council on Advanced Technology Skills. Nicole Colazzo, Principal Systems Engineer, Raytheon Company. Thomas Crabtree, Principal, Booz Allen Hamilton. Chris DeCenzo, Vice President and General Manager, Defense Solutions, BAE Systems Information Technology. Diane Goldman, Applications Manager for the MAMRAD Fast Sea-Lift Ships Program at Maersk Limited. Linda Green, President, Dan River Business Development Center. Chris Jaffray, Managing Consultant, Dominion Digital Incorporated. Paula Gulak, Founder, the Gulak Group. Roz the Woman Hobson, Associate Dean for Graduate Studies and Associate Professor of Electrical Engineering, Virginia Commonwealth University. Bob Ho, Director of Homeland Security Systems Solutions, Teledyne, Collaborate X. Bryce Jewett, President, Jewett Machine and Jewett Automation. Commander John Keegan, Commanding Officer of the Navy Surface Combat Systems Center, Wallops Island. Bill LaBelle, Computer Engineer, U.S. Navy Space and Naval Warfare Systems, Chesapeake, Virginia. Rick Lally, President, Oceana Sensor. Terry Leslie, Principal Engineer and Project Manager for Micron Technology Incorporated. Edward Lewis, Director of MS and Technology Program, George Mason University School of Management. Stephanie Lockhart, Program Director in Undersea Systems at Lockheed Martin. Chelo Menachem, Vice President for UCrops Supermarket Incorporated, the food lady. Lynn McDermott, Senior Vice President, Chief Information Officer, Dominion. Gary Milosevic, Director, Global Technology, DuPont Building Innovations. Lori Naismith, Director, Government Relations and Public Affairs, Virginia Commercial Space Flight Authority. Lang Nguyen, Vice President, Business Development, the GBS Group, and Acting Chair, Hampton Roads Technology Council. Bill Parkins, Representative, the Netherlands American Community Trust, the Money Man. Olga Pirakas, Assistant Professor, School of Engineering, James Madison University, JMU. Martin Bracken, CEO, Blueprint Group, he has a plan. Donald Purdy, Vice President, Operations Data Insure Incorporated. Michael Venslowski, Director, VITA, Service Transition, Northrop Grumman Information Systems. And this is the one that's really in control. Liz Godburn, Judge Assistant in Substance Abuse Clinician and Eastern Shore Community Services Board. Give a big hand for Liz. This is the woman. And the Real Foundation, Keith Watkins, Software Engineer at Adaptive Methodology. Keith! These are my friends. Be nice to these people. Let's go!
All right, down here we got the judges. Let me say high fives from the judges because we're going to be having some students talking to you off. High fives, come on, get it up, let's go. Let's go, judges, come on, wake up. All right, here we go. Thank you very much. We're going to be talking to these judges for the next 2 days. When you see these blue shirts, make sure that you tell them your stories. They want to know what has been going on in your first experience. We're going to be giving out some awards this afternoon. at our Friday afternoon award ceremony and tomorrow at our Saturday afternoon award ceremony. And these judges have the very difficult task of trying to figure out who should be getting some of those awards, because all of you have done incredible things. So make sure that when you see them, you take the time to explain what you have been all about over these last months, because they really want to know. Well, we're here to play a game. All this kind of culminates out here on the field in a game. And now the students that are here know all too well what this game is about, because they've had to design the robots and their strategies to actually be successful at this game. We're being webcast via NASA, so there are people that are listening and looking to try to figure out what is taking place out here on the field. And maybe some of you have come and you're here for the first time and you are really wondering, so how is this game Lunacy really played? I'd like to draw your attention to the screen for an explanation of this year's game, Lunacy.
Welcome to the 2009 First Robotics Competition and this year's game, Lunacy. Lunacy is played on a 27 by 54 foot field known as the Crater. Alliances of 3 teams are each positioned in bases at each end of the field, from where they control their robots. Additional outpost player stations are located along the edges of the crater. The crater is covered with a slick polymer material called regolith that provides a unique surface for the robots to drive upon. Special wheels are used on the robots to create a low-friction interaction with the regolith. This simulates the low-traction effects of driving in 1/6 gravity on the surface of the moon. Lunacy uses 3 types of game pieces, known as moon rocks, empty cells, and supercells. A trailer is attached to each robot. The trailers are the targets for the opposing alliance. The objective of the game is to get as many moon rocks and supercells into the opposing trailers as possible. At the start of the game, human players known as payload specialists are positioned in the outpost stations. Each robot is placed on their launch pad, with a trailer touching the wall of the crater. Robots are able to start the game with up to 7 moon rocks in their possession. During the autonomous period, players in the corner fueling stations and the outposts attempt to launch moon rocks into moving trailers. Each robot starts in a launch pad in front of an opposing player. As robots start to move away, the other alliance may try to block the robot's progress to make them easy targets. Or, robots may use their cameras to track the vision targets on top of each trailer. This allows them to track and score in their opponent's trailer. At the end of the autonomous period, human pilots step forward to take the controls. During the teleoperated period of the game, pilots guide the robots as they attempt to launch moon rocks into the trailers of the opposing alliance. Meanwhile, human payload specialists will also attempt to score moon rocks into passing trailers. Robots can also recycle game pieces back to the payload specialists. With a low friction playing surface, robots will slide easily and high-speed collisions will be common. Bumpers are necessary to prevent damage. The outpost payload specialist can also deliver special empty cells to their robots. The robots then deliver these empty cells to their fueling stations. At the fueling station, the empty cells are exchanged for supercells. During the last 20 seconds of the match, humans or robots can score bonus points by getting supercells into opposing trailers. Each scored moonrock or empty cell is worth 2 points, and each supercell is worth 15 points in the game. Good luck, and we'll see you at the competitions.
So helping us to play this game successfully out on the field is our great team of referees, and I'd like to invite out a longtime referee here at the VCU event. Please join me in welcoming your head referee, Lisa Evans.
Good morning, everybody. Remember, our goal is penalty-free regional, so we don't want any penalties in any matches. Can we do that? Good luck.
All right, we'll let the referees take their positions. Here at First, one of the things that we want to continue to emphasize is safety. So I've gone over and grabbed my safety glasses, because once we power up the robots out here, everybody needs to have safety glasses when they're out here on the field or back in the pits. So please make sure that as you're cruising around, seeing what's happening, you've got your safety glasses on. And if you see something that isn't safe, make sure that you say something about it and do something about it. We've partnered with the Underwriters Laboratories and FMA to continue to emphasize safety as a critical element of what we do here at First. And there's somebody that you may have seen before on TV. You might have seen him blowing things up, but doing it in a safe way. So once again, I'd like to call your attention to the screen for a special message from somebody that you might be familiar with.
Hi, I'm Grant Imahara from Discovery Channel's Mythbusters, where we build a lot of robots, and we do it all safely by following proper safety procedures. Remember, safely building and competing with your robot is no accident. Fortunately, you've got some great resources to help you out. So review the safety manual, watch the new safety video online, and now let's see this year's award-winning safety animation. Good luck and have a great competition.
When working around power equipment, it is important to wear eye and hearing protection. If you see a teammate lifting a robot alone, stop and help. Lifting heavy equipment alone can be dangerous. Using power tools or electrical equipment without safety goggles can result in eye injury, so remind those around you to wear their safety goggles. Keep these rules in mind when working in the workshop. Help your team and competitors to stay safe.
Safety, share it.
And congratulations to Team 342, the Burning Magnetos, for that award-winning safety animation. And please join me in welcoming our safety advisors from our Underwriters Laboratory here. You'll see these gentlemen in green walking around trying to make sure that we have a safe and successful experience here. Please heed their advice because they are going to be walking around trying to take a look at good safety practices, and also will be recognizing some of those best practices over the course of this competition. Guys, thank you very much. All right, well, I think we're just about ready to get this party started. Now, we have quite an international crowd here for this competition this year. We've got not only one country, not two, but 3 countries represented here in Richmond this week. So to get our international competition started, I would like to invite out onto the stage to sing the Brazilian national anthem, Celia Held, and I'd like to invite you to stand.
Hi everyone, it's a pleasure for me to sing the Brazilian anthem. Thank you. Ouviram do Brasil, florão da América. It's a precious anthem for me. Ouviram do Ipiranga as margens plácidas de povo heróico, um brado retumbante, e o sol da liberdade em raios fúlgidos brilhou no céu da pátria nesse instante. Se o penhor dessa igualdade conseguimos conquistar com braço forte, e em teu seio, ó liberdade, desafia o nosso peito à própria morte. Ó pátria amada, idolatrada, salve, salve, Brasil de um sonho intenso, um raio vívido, de amor e de esperança a terra desce, e o teu formoso céu risonho e límpido, a imagem do cruzeiro resplandece,
gigante pela própria natureza. És belo, és forte, impávido colosso, e o teu futuro espelha essa grandeza. Terra dourada, dentre outras mil, és tu, Brasil, ó pátria amada. Dos filhos deste solo és mãe gentil, pátria amada, Brasil. Deitado eternamente em berço esplêndido, ao som do mar, a luz e o céu profundo, fulguras o Brasil, florão da América, iluminado ao sol do novo mundo, do que a terra mais garridas. Teus risonhos lindos campos têm mais flores, nossos bosques têm mais vida. Nossa vida em teu seio mais amores. Ó pátria amada, idolatrada, salve, salve. Brasil de amor eterno, seja símbolo. O lábaro que ostenta as estrelados, e diga ao verde louro dessa flâmula, paz no futuro e glória no passado. Mas se ergues a justiça, clava forte, verás que um filho teu não foge à luta, nem teme a quem te adore a própria morte. Terra dourada, entre outras mil, és tu, Brasil, ó pátria amada. Dos filhos deste solo és mãe gentil, pátria amada, Brasil.
Thank you, Celia, and welcome to our team from Brazil, Team 383. Thank you, guys. Please remain standing, because now I'm going to invite out onto the field Team 843, our friends from Canada, as we sing the Canadian national anthem.
Oh, Canada,
All right, thank you all very much. And we have one more anthem to sing, the anthem of the United States of America. Please join me in welcoming representatives from Mills Godwin High School.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
All right, I'll invite you to take your seats. Our judges can take their seats if they would like to. But now I'm going to ask the students that are out here on the field to take their positions because we're ready to start this competition. Let's get these robots powered up. And we'll start Lunacy right here in Richmond, Virginia in just a moment.